Welcome, everyone. This is OMG Live, the quarantine edition. I'm Richard Young in the beautiful Valley of Maracas and Jupiter in Trinidad and Tobago as we start another beautiful week in the quarantine.
Penelope Spencer in the house. Penny, sweet darling. I'm in the house and I'm in the Martin. And welcome. Thank you people for joining us every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thank you for coming on OMG Live on Facebook. We appreciate it, every one of you. We appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Go and tell your neighbors that we on. Go. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi. Cecilia here. I'm in Petty Valley, everybody. Thank you for joining us, allowing us to share some fun time with you all. What did you all do this weekend? I went by my blow-up pool in the yard, y'all, and rested my weary ankle because it was sore. So that's what I did. What about you, Vaughnette? How was your weekend in La Brea?
I did a lot this weekend. I watched about 15 movies on the same couch. I moved from that couch. I just watched movie after movie right where I am in La Brea.
And to the islands in the Caribbean and all those around the world, thank you so much for joining us today. OMG Live, the quarantine edition, is our little way of coming together to talk, to laugh, to share some time with you and build a community in this time, this special time.
In today's show, we have a brand new game sent in to us by Cassandra Pemberton and Priya Gomes. OMG, that celebrity.
Lord, oi.
Send us things. In our Let's Play That Game segment, if you get it right, we get to ask our panel a question. Right? We will also feature a brand new video from Nessa Preppy called So Hi! Featuring Boy and London Future celebrating the 420 Freedom. Begonian, now enjoy. So look out for all of that, Holly.
And see some hilarious videos from TikTok. Plus we have a trailer from a new series coming to your screen that of course lots of enlightening conversations to get you thinking, so please stay with us. This is OMG Live, Quarantine Edition.
OMG Live.
And hello to Stephen Doobal, Master Control in Central Trinidad. That's the voice in the background. That's the
Hi everyone. Nice to see you today.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Vaughnette.
And this is a good time for those who are viewing us to share this live feed on your timeline now. Spread the word to your friends and family. Spread it.
Like butter.
I also would like to take this moment to extend our heartfelt happy birthday greeting to the cancer queen of the world.
Yay.
Our very own Linda MacArthur, Monica Sandy Lewis. Name for your father. Name like only a Begonian could name a client. Linda MacArthur, Monica Sandy Lewis. Lewis is a marry. Or Calypso Rose started singing at songs at the age of 30. Over the years, she has composed more than 1,000 songs and recorded more than 20 albums. She was born 80 years ago on today in 1940. Here are some images and videos of Calypso Rose singing Fire in Your Wire, Fire, one of her iconic hits from the year 1967. Fire.
I heard a bawling, like somebody crying. I just couldn't imagine what was happening. I saw this old lady running, calling out till she never ran. Never, come on, lad, the house on fire. And if I hear she fire, fire. Oh. Sing this song, my children. Fire. Rain a come a beat, da me mucho agua.
Happy birthday.
When Rose sang Calypso, only men used to win the Calypso crown. They had the king of Calypso.
Yes.
That was the competition, and only men. And when Rose sang, she decided, no, I have to stop this nonsense. Woman can win this crown too. And from then they call it Soca Monarch. Calypso Monarch.
Calypso Monarch.
Yeah.
Very
true.
Trailblazer.
She thank you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And y'all, the thing is, she's such an inspiration because she's still out there. She's singing, she's winning awards.
Still out there looking for who you're looking for. I don't know who young boy. Still looking for who you're
God. And from Rose, we go to the polar opposite, President Trump, who suggested that detergent might be the new cure for the coronavirus. Well, the memes machine went into full gear. These are just too funny for us to ignore, so we need to share it with you. Sugars.
Clorox.
Oh, God.
Intravenous.
Oh,
nonsense. Nonsense. The man need a plug sometimes. I swear. You need to plug that hole, not to plug. Something just keep in your head. Anyway, during Friday show, we had some very important VIPs, very important point of view from our Facebook viewers. And we like to share some with you all. Run the billboard, pop the billboard. Our VIPs.
All right.
Okay, let me see who first there.
We also have Nolan. We have Nolan.
Before that, before we go to run the billboard, exactly, I just want to talk a little bit about this guy here. We were very saddened to learn the passing of one of our most loyal OMG live, Mr. Nolan Keith Frederick. We featured his comments in one of our sections many times. Nolan was an avid performer. He was a consummate performer. He lived in London, and he was always up in Broadway and performing, and he was a very good friend to most, a lot of us here, Richard included. We played mass in, that's us playing mass in London about 2 years ago. In Chocolate City Band. He had the most infectious smile, and he was so kind, he was so loving. But he was a fighter, and he fought, and he fought, and he fought.
May he rest.
I just remember going to London with a team when we had gone with Godfrey Seeley and a whole big gang of us, and I got to see him dance in Miss Saigon. So he got us tickets. Albeit the tickets were up in the gods, those seats up like that. But I was so excited. I could not believe I was seeing my friend dancing in the West End, And he stuck it out. He worked there. He's been working, and I admire him so much. And he's just a wonderful spirit, a beautiful soul. So we know he's flying and jeting somewhere out there.
Okay, thank you, Nolan. We love you. Bye. Here are our VIPs.
So first VIP is Miss Carlene Williams, who's in Caracas, Venezuela. She says he should have been declared mentally incompetent ages ago and removed from the presidency. I don't know how he's still there. Shaking my head, and of course she's referring to Clorox and disinfectant.
He should have been declared mentally incompetent.
You made disinfectant.
Well, Carol Prince Mandela says, we have to do more to make people understand that the creative arts and entertainment are professions. They have a mindset of freeness where we are concerned. That. We agree with you, Carol, and we are doing everything towards that end. We are professions.
And Lisa Wickham. Go ahead.
And Lisa Wickham says, Home Again wasn't local, but 90% of the cast and crew were local, and it was filmed 26 days out of the 30-day period here. So I guess we could claim Home Again.
Right here. Right here. When you look at Home Again, it's been Chinese, and some of us did very well with our Jamaican accent. Some, however.
You know, I had a small part, of course, Penny. Penny knows, Penny. I had a small part. I got to act with CCH Pounder. That's my closest to a big star. It was great. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, so
Serious thing now.
COVID updates, Richard?
Okay, so we're going to do a few shout-outs there, but all right. Before we move
let's go ahead with the shout-outs.
Please go ahead. Yes. I am moving too fast.
I have a few there. Nigel Friday, Shelford Trotman, Carleen Williams, Rachel Young, Cambridge Delpesh, Cassandra Pemberton, Patricia Batiste. Okay, Vaughnette, you give some of them, all of them welcoming them to the show.
Stephanie in London, Wayne Dial, Wayne G. Harewood from New York, Roma, of course, love you, Roma, John Francis, Shelly Ann Noel in Tobago, Jade Woodruff is on, Nigel PH, Karen Siberan, Curtis Cox, Daniel Bishop, Verna St. Rose, hey Mama Verna.
Hi Verna.
Yeah, we could move on.
Yeah.
And Richard Ragoobarsingh. Let's not forget Richard.
Is he joining us?
I don't know if he's joining us. I'm seeing him on the live. Richard, where are you?
He's online.
Where are you?
Richard, you have a box here. Come on.
Yeah, we also have Ephraim Hunt. I don't think I've seen Ephraim on before. Ephraim Hunt.
Makeup
Christine Jack, Brent Joel, Christian Phillip. So we have a nice mix of people there. So before we go any further with the show, we have today's OMG Live COVID-19 update. First, let's take a look at the latest World Health Organization figures.
Today, the worldwide COVID-19 infections has crossed the 3 million mark of infected persons in the world. In that total, 208,130 souls in the world have died because of COVID-19. The recovery has gone from over 757,000 on Friday to now over 889,650 people. Well done. United States has recorded the most infections in the world, however, with a total of 990,290 persons and 55,506 deaths. God rest their souls.
And in Trinidad and Tobago, we now have one additional positive case, so we're up to 116 positive COVID-19 cases. 8 Trinbagonians have lost their lives to COVID-19, and our discharge has now gone up to 59%.
Nice. Now we have this report. We have this report from CBS saying that coronavirus could be more contagious than we thought. Take a look, take a look.
A new study shows coronavirus could be more contagious than previously thought. Scientists in Italy say that the virus has been detected in particles of air pollution, which allows it to be carried over long distances. Here's more from Chris Livesay.
For the first time since the outbreak of the disease, Italians are now recovering from it faster than they're contracting it. And just as the government considers sending Italians back to work, a new study warns of yet another hazard of COVID-19.
As the debate rages worldwide about when to send people back to work, a new report says COVID-19 could be even more contagious than we thought. It's been detected on tiny particles of air pollution called particulate matter, especially high in industrial areas. The report, published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, recommends everyone wear masks because without one, 6 feet of social distance isn't nearly enough.
The distance could be longer and even 7, 8, or even 10 meters.
That's more than 30 feet.
Professor Prisco Piscitelli and his Italian colleagues believe the microscopic particles could act as transport, carrying the virus over long distances. They studied the industrial area around Milan, which has the worst air quality in Europe, as well as one of the highest rates of COVID-19 contagion and deaths. It's no coincidence, says Professor Leandro Setti, that industrial areas around the world have reported some of the deadliest outbreaks.
Places like Wuhan in China, places like New York in the United States.
Totally. New York, for example, is another example.
The study does not conclude how infectious the virus is when carried by pollution particles, something they're now exploring in phase 2. Meanwhile, they say heightened prevention is the only solution. Social distancing, wearing masks, and dramatically reducing smog.
We have to keep lower the emission of particulate matters because it is not safe for our health.
Another thing the scientists told me is that yes, industrial areas are more at risk, but no matter where you are, you can never really tell exactly how safe the air is to breathe. So if there are other people around, always wear a mask. Chris Livesay, CBS News, Rome.
Wow. Guys, do we have anything to add there? You want to share anything?
It's so interesting that they're saying that smog is bad for your health. Duh! Of course, it's been bad for our health. And let's stop burning. Sorry, I don't know why I'm shouting. But I just saw a documentary this weekend on called The Road to Change on CNN. It's all about climate change, which is still a big issue. And things are getting better. We are down carbon emissions for the first time. The earth is actually able to breathe right now. So let's not go back. Let's not go back. We have to find a way, right? That we can keep the, and now we have another reason to keep the smog down.
Vaughnette is ready for them.
Keep the smog down. Well, then we have to stop polluting as well.
Yes, sir, definitely. And thank God with the COVID now because, yes, all the factories and all of them are down. And maybe now there could be some recognition of why we need to get this fog out of the way. Maybe World Health Organization could look at these things more in-depth. Anything on social media, Richard or Vaughnette?
I saw Camille. He was saying that New York has 25% of the residents having antibodies. I just see that he just gave us a tidbit there. Any other things there?
No, just people saying hi, really.
Yeah, and a few people. I have Sonia Noel from Guyana has joined us. Richard Bevan, Daniel, Lashana Harrison, Ricardo Samuel, Aloy Johnson, Franklin Jagdeo, Roseanne Sedeno. So people keep coming on in and joining us. Yeah, they're all saying hi.
People come in, spread the word, send the link to your neighbors, send the link to your Trini posse out there. You know, you have Trinis all over. You know, send it to them, let them feel at home. They hear the Trini boys, the Trini dancers. We are here. Right.
And subscribe on YouTube as well. Great. So let's move things along now and head over to Meanwhile at TikTok.
So you're stuck at home all these weeks, right? Your mother is rejoicing that you are not getting the chance to go out and drink yourself silly with your boys, right? However, your friends have watched enough. Your friends had enough. They had enough of Fast and Furious. So they decided to hatch a flawless plan to get alcohol to you and escape the wrath of your mother. Here is the 592 GY on TikTok. Run the clip, Stephen.
मेरा सोना पराए संगीत मेरा सोना पराए संगीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं आ लौट के आजा मेरे मीत तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं आ लौट
Chappelle de
I love that clip. That's fun to have.
Next clip. So sometimes you start a sentence and the other person starts talking, thinking they know exactly what you are about to say, and then they miss the mark completely. What comes out their head or their mouth can be awkward and sometimes very revealing. Here is Mark Ruiz 09 on TikTok.
Hey, I'm about to go.
Please, leave. Been waiting for this day, for this relationship to end for 10 years now.
To the store.
Oh.
Shouldn't be wanting something.
Yeah, give me some hot Cheetos and a Coke.
10 years.
Thank God. Thank God.
Woo! I love that lady.
Sure. Plenty people feeling like that right now.
Yes, I know, eh? What if our prime minister, now think about it, close your eyes and think about your audience.
Close my eyes, okay.
What if our prime minister was a good looking, young, red, rasta man? Cute for these dimples. What our yeah, he cute, but think red rasta, lovely, young body, think young body, six pack. Would our political situation be totally different? Would it? Well, the red man look up the challenge. Let's see what you think about Mr. Rowley in this package. Here is Keon84 on TikTok. Take a look.
You want to go home all the time. They send you home now, you're quarreling. This is a country people like to stay home from work. What happening? Oh, all of a sudden I'll have a problem. This time, this problem, you're being invited to stay home. You're being paid to save your life. Let's do it for another 2 weeks.
Listen. What is that?
Let's do it for another 2 weeks.
He wasn't hearing anything. Penny wasn't hearing. He was just watching. I realized.
Yeah, the red man cute, but I like my prime minister in his current package.
And the color that he came in.
I like my prime minister in the color that he came in.
He's not trustworthy in that color.
Yeah, I like.
I had, but you see, the thing is, it suited a red man. What he said suited a red man, and I don't find it suited our prime minister. I found that wasn't when he prime minister said that. I'm like, what are you saying? No, I don't want to stay home. None of us want to stay home and get no money. I don't know who he wasn't talking to us. I don't know who he was talking to. That's what I took a little umbrage to that. Okay.
So that is how TikTok people were passing the time. So let's see what's trending today.
Nice. What trending? All kind of things trending. It was a long weekend. Yeah. And things were trending. Couples broke. What trending?
Couples broke up.
Penny. I want to know, Penny, you have facts? Who is that? Who you talking about?
One of those people on those E-network. They broke up. But that's not important. What's important? What all you have? Give me gossip. Give me something.
Well, Well, I know that as we just were talking about the Prime Minister, he addressed the nation on Saturday, and people are talking about now that we have to stay until May the 10th, a little extra,
Right,
and
yeah.
May the 15th, the borders will be closed.
May the
Everybody
15th.
talking about that. May 15th. May 10th for sure, he says he's going to revisit it, but that gives us some extra days. What y'all think about that? How y'all feeling?
People real crying down that door. What do you think, Vaughnette?
My thoughts. Let me tell you something. I try to, as much as possible, to keep abreast of what's going on outside of Trinidad. So I'm watching BBC,
Right.
I'm watching US, I'm watching Italy, I'm watching everybody who would have had cases of this coronavirus. And they are making informed decisions because it has been proven that as soon as you start to relax, if you start to relax a little too early, things could come back and bite you. So if you say another 2 weeks, I'm giving them another 2 weeks because as I told you all last week, my scare more than anything else is that we relax too soon and this thing come back with a pace and we can't control it. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, and history has shown. History has shown that because 100 years ago, that's what happened. There were a few million people who were wiped out in the first wave, and when it came back, it almost approached 20 million people back after the First World War I. So we have to be cautious about the anxiety that people have to want to move to the normal, getting back to normal. We have to be really careful and we have to be cautionary about that move, you know? So, yeah.
Well, what a lot of people are going on and a lot of people had, they're not making income, staying home and waiting for the virus. Some people are caught between their health and making a living. Isn't that's some people's situation. The children at home waiting for the hungry, and the government said they're paying something and nobody ain't get paid yet. And they're just caught in this dilemma about, should I feed my child, go out there and make a hustle, or should I try to be healthy? And I mean, we are a little fortunate where we might have a little extra income, or somebody helping us with but their families out there real hungry all. And they don't understand what's going on, and they don't understand the severity of this crisis, this COVID-19. I mean, people walking around town without masks. I could not believe it. I couldn't. And the traffic that going on in the morning, normal. I mean, of course, we all in our little groups where we see all these different things that going on in the country. And in the group I have, they're shaking pictures of traffic jam on a Monday morning. So I am really scared. I don't even know if I should come out after the 15th,
But Penny, the only way we can make informed decisions is testing, as we've been saying. And they say from today that they are going to ramp up testing. It's how many days since March 12th, since the first case, and we are going to ramp up testing now. So let's see, if we ramp up testing, we can make a more informed decision as to when we could open.
Yeah, diagnostics is definitely the thing. You have to do testing, you have to do tracing, and then you have to do treating. The 3 T's. Let's look at social media and see who's giving us some points of view as well.
Could you imagine? I have to take my glasses off to read the comments. Roseanne Sileno is saying, well said, the Prime Minister is right. History is repeating itself from the Spanish flu. I guess she's alluding to what Richard was talking about. And then Kirk Cambridge says, there's no choice when it comes to health. Steve Calder says, I agree, Vaughnette. Second wave coming, it's frightening watching any kind of news. Hi, Rosemary Marchand. Hi, Rosie. Gelda Thompson says it's her view as well that we should stay down for the next 2 weeks. Kirk Cambridge says, VB, this is why I love you. And Richard Young, bringing an international perspective. Ruma Spencer says she thinks it's a good call to look at what's happening around the world as well too. I don't know if you have any comments there.
Some hellos to John Michael Thomas, Greer Cave, Carla Gonzalez, Melissa Roberts, Paul Richards, Priya Gooms Mora. Thanks for joining us. All right, so people, guess what? It's time for, we have a new game,
Let's go ahead.
Let's play that game.
people now. So this is a brand new game. Brand new game for all the lovely people who have joined us today. We play games on in between hours. So what kind of different game? Last week, Friday, we had Patois. No, gibberish.
Gibberish.
No gibberish in this song. I was surprised. Yes, so but this game, so you online people, you have to guess. We know kind of it here, so we're waiting for your opinion. Today our game is called OMG, Who Is That Celebrity Challenge? Sent in to us by Cassandra Pemberton and Priya Gomes. We have some images, and thank you for doing that. And we have some images, and you have to tell us which celebrity Cassandra is trying to look like. So you'll have to guess. Oh, you are doing the guessing. Whoever guessed first, we'll be going with. Now, if you get the answer right, you get to ask any one of us on the panel a question. A question. One question. If you don't have a question, you might learn something, you might laugh, you might get it. It is not obligated. So are we ready? Online viewers.
Yeah.
Here is the image. Go, Stephen.
All right.
Nobody can guess that.
Who that? Everybody gonna know that.
Who Cassandra pretending to be? Who Cassandra pretending to be?
That one is good.
Go look at the online. Look at the online people. Whoever says it first, they win. TikTok.
I wonder who
Anybody got it?
Yeah.
Elise Lewis.
Yes.
What she said?
Super Blue.
What she said, Vaughnette?
Super Blue.
Super Blue.
Very nice. That was our second image, Susan. Very well done. Very good.
I think they went by Super Blue and borrowed the outfit. It looked exact.
Second image.
Second image, guys.
I have 10 seconds.
Yes, people.
Yeah.
Online people. Facebook people. Who is this Cassandra portrait?
Love it. Y'all saw the microphone? It was a bulb. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I think we should have a challenge.
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
Elise Lewis Hicks. So I'm going to take the person who says it after her as well for the second question.
Elise.
So Elise, you'll get to ask one, and I'll let somebody else. And let Christine Jack to ask one question.
Yeah.
Christine Jack, you have a question for us.
So Elise, we're waiting on your question. Elise, we're waiting on Christine's question. Third image.
Let's go.
All right.
Who Cassandra looking like Dave? Who Cassandra looking like Dave?
Tiger.
Who Cassandra looking like?
Yes.
Very feline.
That is a tiger, baby.
Yeah, feel they go get the feline. Okay.
I feel they go get it.
Any callers? Any takers?
Not yet.
Should we put up the answer?
Sure.
Not yet.
Let's go to
Rihanna. Rihanna that is not there.
Rihanna.
Yes, say nobody. Somebody say Alicia Keys.
No.
Somebody say Beyonce. No. Somebody say Saucy Pow. Saucy Wow. No. Say Saucy Pow.
Another person.
Saucy Pow. Remember Saucy Pow?
Steven, that's it.
Somebody said Richard Young modeling. Oh my God.
Let's tell them. Let's show them the answer. Let's show them the answer.
One of Richard Young's.
Somebody said John Gill got it. John Gill got it.
John
Gill said Patrice Robert. John Gill got Patrice Robert.
Nice.
Very good, John. Yes, Sean is around a lot of entertainers.
So John, you get to ask anybody, one person on the panel, a question. So we're waiting on the questions from Elise Lewis, Christine Jack, and John Gill. So
Okay.
I guess we can
Last-
move on until then.
Last one.
Oh, it's happened
Final
again.
image.
Apparently. Oh my God.
I like the mask.
OMG. Yes.
OMG. We're really on OMG. OMG.
OMG.
People typing.
OMG. OMG.
Can you guess the
OMG.
celebrity? Can you guess the celebrity? Any takers, Richard? Any takers, Vaughnette?
Yes, Foxy Loxy.
I know.
Foxy Loxy.
Hey.
Foxy Loxy.
Let's show them.
Swappy. I was going to say Benjai. Oh, oops.
Oh my God.
Another story.
That's another story. I was just joking. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Hey, everybody.
I love that.
I'm feeling to go to the market all of a sudden, Penny.
Thanks,
I'm going to go to
Sandra.
the market now.
Sam, stop it.
Sandra. And Priya, thank you. Priya probably was the
That was-
photographer.
Nice. So.
Great.
Creative.
All right. So, Elise,
while they're
Okay,
figuring
John Gill, and Foxy be waiting on your questions, and we can move on until they ask.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, let's look at what is OMG live on your screen.
Today we feature a trailer from a brand new dark comedy series coming to Hulu streaming service called The Great. Take a look.
A toast to my new wife, the Empress of Russia. Huzzah!
It is...
No, you don't talk, my love.
Oh, of course. Must be an enormous responsibility and honor to lead a country of such import.
It's actually not that hard. I'm happy to hear anyone's problems with me. Don't worry about the bodies.
I would like to be useful to Russia, to help its greatness.
You will bear my heirs. There is no higher use. Rabbit!
These sticks are to enhance your fertility, but I cannot work out whether we wave them over your womb or insert them into you.
I'm pretty sure it's a wave them situation.
Together, we could create a greater Russia.
I rule. You serve.
Your bride is unhappy. You must clear the clouds.
We should find you a lover. It's marvelous. I like to be alone in the morning.
Now we shall greet the day together with sunny dispositions and fearless hearts.
We shall discuss whether or not to kill the Empress. She is a strange creature who I sense is at times laughing at me.
Empress, there are unhappy men here looking for a leader. If the Emperor dies, Russia goes to the Empress.
Russia must be saved, and I with it.
I don't want to kill you. You're not a bad person.
I could kill you. You are a bad person.
You're funny. Treason is what we're discussing here.
It's a dangerous game.
Do not worry. All is bliss in the court of Catherine the Great.
Touche.
Do you mean touche?
This is science. Enjoy.
He said touche.
Touche. I love it.
You didn't mean
reminds me of
touche.
kind of comedy that my room would like, historical and comical.
Yeah.
It kind of shows
Exactly.
like, and comedy.
All the lovely
together.
costumes and yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that kind of comedy. Can't
Imperial
wait. May the
Russia.
15th. I don't know who will be going to cinema, but it's opening on May the 15th.
No, it's
I'm not
Hulu
sure who will be
streaming.
going.
It's on.
No, that's
Hulu.
streaming on Hulu.
Oh,
Yes, streaming
if
on
you have
Hulu.
Hulu,
Everybody wants to be outside and carry on.
So, Ollie, we have some
I want
questions coming in again. Real jam today.
question.
The first
Okay.
question,
Yeah.
question from Christine Jack, and she says her question is to me, and her question is asking, what am I enjoying the most while being home? And if I were to be brutally honest and not try to give any political answer, it would just be the fact that I have my own time to lie down and watch movies all day, because that has been a hobby of mine for a long time. I could watch movies and just be happy. So I have the time to do it. The fact that I have no income at the end of the month, I don't study that. When I get deep down in the movies, I doesn't study that. I doesn't have no money. So I'm good. Question from Elise Lewis and maybe Penny. I'll probably ask Penny to ask. She's asking why have artists not come together to do some kind of telethon or something to raise money? I don't know who she's talking about raising money for whom, if it's for the artists themselves or if it's for, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, in the past, we've done that kind of fundraiser where artists would come together and we do a big show and we donate money to whatever cause. I mean, at Cecilia, was it the hurricane relief we did last time with Errol and
One
Dave?
Island.
Yes. So, but I think it is on the books and that we are talking about it, but it's to find out how funds can arise from it and make it happen. But, those are the talks that should be going on right now. But I know that people have having conversation about doing something.
Good.
For the,
and I would like to throw it out.
Yes, sir.
I would say throw it out to the producers. All the time they say the artists. We are artists. We are willing. I could come and give you a monologue where we'll do scenes. We're looking for the producers. All right, that's what they should ask as well. Where are the producers out there that could throw this together? That's what we need. That's right.
Well, here what my take on this would be. Generally, artists artists are always ready to come together to put towards any cause. But I think if we're coming together for a telethon, it really could be geared towards a number of artists who actually have no income right now, because we are also in the position where we have no income. So it's good to help, but we also have to remember that we have people in our fraternity that see in real trouble too. So even if I want to do something, I might want to focus on another artist who's seeing problems and who have absolutely.
I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah, we need to do artist funding. Artists would be a nice show, because really a lot of us, have no income for the. I'm talking about. I was looking at somebody was on a singer was on soca singer was on the TV the other day talking about all the carnivals gone through, because they're not singing no Jamaica carnival, no crop over, no Grenada carnival, all that job gone through. Our play, I was doing one play and in preparing to do another play, no play. All my children, all my schools, Cecilia schools, we have no schools till September. So we don't know how we're going to be paying rent soon. So artist funding artists would be a wonderful show to have. Yeah,
Penny, I have to fill out the form. Penny, when you're filling out the form, they put income. I put zero. Income zero. I can even if income is zero and the last month is zero.
You're not lying. You're not lying. And the last question is from John Gill. And here what John Gill have the audacity to ask me on OMG. Who would I choose between Dr. Rowley and Faris Al-Rawi?
That's tough.
That's a hard one for who?
You don't know you.
That's not hard for Vaughnette. That's not hard for Vaughnette at all. That ain't hard for Vaughnette.
Vaughnette claim long time ago.
Yeah, you don't ask that questions.
Don't ask that question. You're wrong. You're wrong, John. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Outer place.
Trying to put the girl in trouble. Hello. But most of us know what the answer is. Who know Vaughnette? For years and years and years. Most of us know the answer. Anybody moving along?
Yeah. So at this time, food for thought. So let's look and let's share what we have been thinking.
What you thinking?
Yeah. Let me tell
What
you
you
what I'm
thinking?
thinking, I'm thinking we normally end this session with a statement called, with a statement, let's be kind to each other. And I'm looking at some encounters over social media over the weekend, and I'm saying, oh gosh, boy, this keyboard give us ammunition to be so caustic and so bitter and so, be so angry, boy, and hiding behind this keyboard. It's so easy to say something negative under somebody's post or to just add some sort of vitriol, and it's so unnecessary sometimes. Sometimes we could just not type anything. We could just refuse to make a comment, So I was just thinking that sometimes we really have to think about how people receive what we give off. And when I say that, I'm calling myself out as well, because sometimes I just want to type. But we really have to think about how it's going to be received, and really and truly just try to be kind to one another, even in the things that we say on social media. I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true. Yeah.
Sal, what about you?
That is so true. There's so many people, gosh, they just say so many horrible things. And I was thinking the opposite, that during this time, so many people have been reaching out to me. So many friends have been trying to help me, make a little dollar. And I am closer to my daughters. They call me and we talk. We have conversations. Before, they didn't even have the time of day for me. So I realized that we can use this time to build relationships. We really have to find the good in this time. We've only been locked up for a very short time. Locked up, that sounds scary. But when Andrew Cuomo was saying that, how long did the Spanish flu take? 2 years. The First World War was 2 years. Second World War was 4 years. We've only been quarantined or in lockdown for 56 days or so. So come on, people. We could do this, use this time to reach out, meditate, and try to find the best in it. And we could do it. We could stay home till the 10th of May. That's what I'm thinking.
I've been thinking I was looking at television, of course, and they lifting all the restrictions and all the lockdown, the quarantine, and they letting people walk out of their houses for the first time, And I'm wondering, I started thinking about all those people living in a basement. Could you imagine living in a basement and you have to be quarantined there? You can't go out much. You have to just walk. Or living in a one-room apartment, and I just started to thank God for, able to have a yard, just a yard that I could walk out and breathe in fresh air.
Walk a yard.
And start thinking about all those children who just not accustomed staying home all that time. They had this. We take school for granted, but school is such an important institution in our development of our children, and because a lot of parents are at home, they don't know how to play with the children, and so that's why school gave us that place where children could play and learn. And we really have to congratulate the teachers that go who teaching and get into their children's lives and play and have fun and demand that the children play. Because children missing that, missing playing with a friend, talking with a friend, having conversation. And so I was thinking a lot about that. We really people living in
that is so true, Penny. Children are missing play. My daughter has so much room to play, and she's still missing it. She have a puppy. She have, I try because I teach drama, as you know, so I have all kind of things for her to play. We play all kind of games, and she's still missing that social interaction. It's not the same on the screen. So I don't know. I hope we can get it back to normal. It'll never be normal. It's gonna be new.
In keeping with that thought that both Penny and Sal shared there about freedom, I'm kind of like a history buff, so I was checking on the dates, and today is actually a commemorative date. This was the date just over 25 years ago that Nelson Mandela was elected in the post-apartheid system. So in keeping with that freedom and being aware now that some lack of freedoms are at play, and as Sal said, with the wars were even longer. The First World War was over for about 4 years. The second one was over 6 years. So a few days, as you pointed out, Sal, is nothing compared to the kind of restraint that some of the people, some of them might be still alive, who would have gone through those processes, and being locked down for the reason of being able to stay alive. So, yeah, freedom is really something that we kind of take for granted. So now that we have some constraints, I suppose we kind of yearning for it, but we need to be very careful about us staying around to enjoy it, So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah.
Yes, too early. I don't know. As Penny said, I don't even know if I'll come out on the 10th or the 15th. I'll be peeping outside. You're sure we could come out? You're sure?
You know. All right. So that's what we have been thinking. Thank you all very much for your thoughts. Let's go to our viewers. Let's see what they have been saying and say shout outs to some of them who have joined us. I have 1 million of them joined us in that last thing, David Will. Yeah, go on, Penny. Go on, Vaughnette.
Roseanne Sideno, Christine Jack Franklin, Jack Deere is still here. Pamela Singh, Stephanie Rose Skeet, Sherma Burke, Latoya Charles Borrell, Daryl Smith. Hi, Daryl. Gelda Thompson, Melissa Roberts. Who do you have there again?
Hi, Melissa.
Richard. Young, who you have? Because I know you have people that I don't see at all.
Nicola Roche, Natasha Jones, Paigey Page, Gelda Thomas, Heather Spencer, who said it was me modeling. I'm still saying hello to you. Aaron Schneider, Marie Millette, Helen Lewis, who used to be one of my models, Essany Sambury, who is in the Bahamas, Heidi Hackshaw, Kimar Coley, Rosemary Martian, Monica Schenkel. A lot of people have joined us. So thanks for being part of our show today and commenting and sharing with us. Ashton Lewis, I'm seeing as well. Casey New Vision, Rochelle Maxwell, Renison Burnett.
Mosquitoes coming out live in the day. Okay, people,
that's it.
Thank you, folks. Thanks to all those who watch and took part. Please, we want our viewers to join us. Send us your comments, your voice notes, video clips of your thoughts and perspective. Email it to info@omgtt.com so we can share it on OMG Live, the quarantine edition. Please send us, let us know your thinking, your memes, your funny memes, your suggestions, anything. We are like that, right, Stephen?
Yes, that's the kind of people we are.
Yeah.
We love to share.
Thanks to our OMG crew, our DigiGuard right there in Cunupia, Stephen Doobal, for making this possible. Thank you.
I mean, you're welcome.
Today we released a brand new music video released yesterday. Is it all new? Nessa Preppy, called So High, featuring Boy Boy and London Future. It celebrates getting high and the freedom, as we talked about, and legalization of cannabis. The video was shot, directed, and edited by the very talented Mr. Turnrose, with support from Alex Paul Film and guest appearances from Rion Elborn and Janine Edwards and DJ Camille.
Penny, why are you looking so much?
She enjoyed the music.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, people. Thank you for joining us. Heidi, I love you. Thanks our regulars, Natasha, Trelda Lane,
Roma.
Thank you. Come back tomorrow. We here.
Take some time to do whatever gets you high. Dance.
And also, we always say.
And as we always say,
let's take
and the environment.
One more time. Oh my.
Trinidad, boy, yes sir.
We gonna get so high tonight.
Tonight, I wanna
wanna smoke some high grade. I can tell you're not shy, babe. Looking like you are my type. Oh my, say tonight I wanna rock you my way. I can turn it sideways. Baby girl, you're so fine. Oh my.